not going to be the case.
Just a yard maybe in front of him there, but it's a fantastic ball from Fernandez there, outside of the boot.
Moving away from the goalkeeper too, which makes life... Crystal Palace in possession, edge of the penalty area. Zaha tries a clever flick on the edge of the box, but sends the ball in the wrong direction. Crystal Palace retain possession. Forward it comes again, looking for Edouard. Hughes lays it off on the edge of the penalty area. Manchester United win it back, and now streaming forward comes Anthony. Got a couple of players to aim. That's just going to hold up because he's got 3 Crystal Palace players around him. Bruno Fernandes looking for a ball forward to Marcus Rashford in the penalty area. Rashford is offside. Now, I think he knew he was offside. The finish was weak from Marcus Rashford. Tried to flick it over the goalkeeper, but I think he knew that he'd already tripped the offside trap. Yeah, and he's a good 2 or 3 yards offside.
Yeah, he knew that. Yeah, you don't finish like that these days.
No, he would have expected him to slot that past the keeper, but I think he realised that he was 2 or 3 yards offside, and it would have been wasted. It's with the goalkeeper, Vicente Guaita.
Just shows you only how quick United can get at you. Once you get into the opposition half with the pace that we've got these days, you can really, really hurt the opposition.
Certainly can. Wilfried Zaha, of course, had a spell with Manchester United. Ball into the penalty area is not a good one from Crystal Palace. David De Gea collects comfortably, stooping down, scoops it up with his gloved left hand, and then bowls it out to Rafael Varane. Wilfried Zaha has scored 3 goals against United. 1 more is going to make him the outright top scorer against Manchester United of players that have previously played for Manchester United. Let's hope that doesn't happen this evening. Any ideas on those 3 Dutch players, Sammy, to have scored for Manchester United?
I would go Van Persie and Van Nistelrooy as 2 of them.
Well, you can have a point for Ruud van Nistelrooy. You don't get a point for Robin van Persie, I'm afraid. Ruud van Nistelrooy scored twice on his debut in 2001. These 2 are tough, actually. One's in the current squad, as this is down the right-hand side by Manchester United, but too much on that, and Guaita can send the ball clear.
Wouldn't be a long shot in Danny Blin, would it, no?
No. So I'd have a focus on the one that's currently playing. Well, he's not currently playing. Unfortunately, he's picked up an injury and won't play for the rest of the season, I don't think.
Van de Beek.
Donny van der Beek on his debut. Crystal Palace down the right-hand side here. There is one more who won a Premier League winners' medal with Manchester United, played left back and scored on his debut in 2012. Dutch left back. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, won a Premier League title. See if you get that one. Throw-in comes from Crystal Palace from their right-hand side up to the edge of the penalty area. Luke Shaw tidies up. Marcus Rashford finds Eriksen. Eriksen looks for Weghorst. Weghorst can't nod that back into the path of Marcus Rashford. Instead, Crystal Palace come away with it with Elise. Now back it comes to Richards. Richards sends it all the way back to the goalkeeper Guaita, and Crystal Palace are building from the back again. Shall I tell you the answer? Alexander Büttner. Alexander Büttner scored on his debut in 2012. Moved on by Will Hughes, but in the wrong direction. Manchester United just giving Crystal Palace a little more space than they did in the opening 13 minutes or so. And now Crystal Palace trying to play around Manchester United. Going to try and do that with Nathaniel Klein. Finds Elise, whips a ball in towards the back post. Too much on it. Good defending from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, just blocking off the runner at the back post, and it bounces once off the turf and out of play.
Yeah, Palace, like as you say, that's probably their best moment in the last couple of moments. They've had their foot on the ball, passing it about a bit, but finding the ball in has been poor. But they've grown into the game now, coming into the 15th minute. Well, United have the edge without really testing the goalkeeper.
Marcus Rashford with the best of the opportunities as he broke away down the left-hand side, but couldn't quite get the shot sorted. Tried to take on the defender in front of him, Guehi, but just enough from the Palace defender to put Marcus Rashford off. United have had some success down either side, though, when they play the ball quickly. Lisandro Martinez in possession. Skips past Elise, still going here. Martinez picks out Eriksson. Eriksson down the left to Rashford. And then the Dane gets it back. Manchester United in possession just inside the Crystal Palace half. Raphael Varane.
That's one thing they'll do, Liam. They will keep the ball. They won't panic. Waiting for the right ball, waiting for the right opportunity.
Weghorst has latched onto an opportunity here. Goes down under the attentions of Hughes. Manages to get it away to Casemiro. Casemiro to Eriksson, edge of the penalty area. Poke through to Luke Shaw. Shaw stands one up towards the back post and headed away. Casemiro. Anthony. And now knocked into the penalty area by Wan-Bissaka. Comes all the way through to Luke Shaw. Oh, Luke Shaw with a left-footed effort, and he rakes it past the right-hand post. What a connection from the Manchester United left-back, and it's inches wide.
Absolutely fantastic from Shaw here. Takes his time on his left side, outside of the boot as well, and that is just curling, fractionally too late, but a great strike from Shaw. As a goalkeeper, definitely worried. Just goes by the post. Good effort.
As he's hit that, he's hit it, as you say, with the outside of his left boot, and it was always curling towards that far post.
Yeah.
Eventually, just wide, but
great contact. Absolutely great contact with the shot.
Martinez goes down, holding his face. Referee is going to have to stop play here because it looks like a head injury.
He's cut.
He's definitely caught one above the right eye, and he is bleeding.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I didn't see what had caught him, but immediately he stopped. We're going to have another look at it here. Oh, it's dearie me.
Dear, oh dear, that's an elbow.
That is absolutely horrible to watch.
No, that is definite elbow there.
Jean-Philippe Mateta swings a left elbow as he goes to head the ball round the corner and makes a flush connection with Lisandro Martinez above his right eye. Immediately Martinez goes down, and immediately the referee, Rob Jones, blows for the halt of the game. Was that intentional for you, Sammy?
Well, his back's to the play, and he's trying to get it under control, but there's no doubt about it, Liam. His arm definitely has a swing right into Martinez's eye, and it looks like a nasty cut, to be fair.
Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof both warming up on the touchline for Manchester United. Options for United if they were to go that way. They could either bring Tyrone Malacia on at left back and move Luke Shaw to centre half, or bring one of the centre halves on as a direct replacement.
Well, Ten Hag is definitely having a word with the fourth official there by saying, what did you think of that? It definitely looked nasty, Liam, when we first seen it.
Yeah. VAR is in effect. We're going to have another look at it here. I'm not sure. It's a difficult one. Mateta doesn't know that Martinez is there. I don't think he's seen it
in that angle there. I don't think he knows.
And he's trying to head it round the corner as well. So he's trying to twist himself, and as he does so, throws the left elbow back to try and give himself a little bit of a flick. Now, it's made it look worse, definitely, because of that action with his left arm. Neil Swarbrick is the VAR, so
I think the second look what we had there, Liam, looks like definitely it was unintentional, even though it was nasty. I think that'll definitely be stitched at half-time if he stays on. Good piece on the Manchester United app at the moment on Lisandro Martinez. If you'd like to go and have a look at that, well worth going on. From bricklayer to butcher. I'm not going to give anything away. I will let you go and read it yourselves. But well worth a little look whilst you're perusing the Manchester United app. Now waiting here, we've still got Lisandro Martinez down and receiving treatment. Manchester United going through instructions. Bruno Fernandes having a chat with Wout Weghorst on his debut, making sure that he knows exactly where he needs to be. Cameras, of course, focusing on Marcus Rashford, who's so prolific at the moment. Meanwhile, Terry Butcher style, the Butcher of Amsterdam, as he was known, he's now the Butcher of Manchester, I think, has got his head wrapped up in a black bandage, and he's ready to come back on again. That's good to see him coming back on again. I mean, he's a little tough character, don't worry about that. It was a nasty clash there, which will have to be dealt with, I think, at half-time. But he won't worry about that, Liam.
He is he's that type of player, isn't he?
Lisandro Martinez. One of the reasons that Manchester United fans have sort of fallen in love with him the way that they have is because he wears it all on his sleeve. He absolutely 100% effort in every possible moment. Casemiro moves this on down the right-hand side as we're back underway, and Anthony escaping down the right-hand side. Thought about continuing his run, but just leaves the ball behind ever so slightly, so has to check backwards. Finds Bruno Fernandes. Early ball into the penalty area. Weghorst lurking, but can't quite latch on to the end of it. Zaha, in a very lackadaisical manner, just wafts a boot at it, goes high in the air. It's been won by Crystal Palace. It was effective in the end from Zaha, before Luke Shaw gets a head on that one, turns it away. Casemiro turns it round the corner. Bruno Fernandes gets clattered by Will Hughes, and the referee has no choice but to blow for the free kick.
Yeah, it came right through the back of Fernandes there, did Hughes. You're not going to get away with that. Both legs took him out.
It's quite clever from Bruno Fernandes as well, who's just stuck a boot out to make sure that he's fully across Hughes, because he knows he's coming. Takes the contact, wins the free kick, snuffs out the danger. Manchester United in possession by their own D, with Lisandro Martinez, who now looks like he's wearing a black Alice band wrapped around his head. Headband for those of you that are a little bit younger that might be listening. And I know what an Alice band is. That's kind of an old reference, really, isn't it? This is back in field. Shaw, on halfway, comes back to the edge of the centre circle to find Raphael Varane, who now crosses halfway, sends it out to the right-hand side, looking for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka crabs in field before finding Varane again, and now Martinez on the centre spot, looking for a route forward. Decides to carry it himself before letting it go to Marcus Rashford. Rashford looking to take on Hughes, but Hughes stands his ground and comes away with the ball. Looks to get Palace on the front foot, but then a misplaced pass, and Manchester United back in possession. Shaw looks for Martinez. Varane, absolute Rolls Royce of a defender, never troubled, strolls back, snuffs out the danger as Mateta was lurking, but Varane always knew that he was going to get there and calmly causes no problems at all, comes away with the ball. Casemiro sends one down the right-hand side. Anthony looking for this one in the penalty area, brings it up, takes the lob. Where's that gone? It's just hit the side netting, but he took it on early. Anthony, real opportunity, and as he lobbed it towards goal, I think all of us thought that there was a chance it was going to be nestling as he lobs the keeper.
Do you know something, Liam? He'll be disappointed there that he's missed that, because he reacts better than the Palace defenders. He knows exactly what he's doing. The goalkeeper's in no man's land, lobs him and hits the side net, and I think you'll be disappointed he hasn't scored.
On his stronger foot as well.
Exactly.
Palace clear.
What a ball from Casemiro, by the way.
Well, I mean, how many times a game do we say that?
Yeah.
Incredible. Aaron Wan-Bissaka battles, wins the ball just inside the Manchester United half, then fires it out to Luke Shaw via Lisandro Martinez. Martinez gets it back from the left back. Forward to Eriksen. Eriksen goes back to Raphael Varane, midway inside the Manchester United half, and then a swing of his right boot picks out Bruno Fernandes on the right-hand side. Eriksen, centre circle, looking for a route through. Back it goes to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. His pass to Bruno Fernandes is a good one, then gets the 1-2 away as well, and now a slide ball through towards Weghorst, but it's cut out by Guehi and cleared away by Crystal Palace. Manchester United have been dominant in the opening 23 minutes. They haven't really caused Guaita enough trouble in the Crystal Palace goal.
Just the final third, Liam, isn't it, really? Just the final third. I think if we up that, I think we can go on to win this game. I think the football's been quite decent. It's been one touch, two touch, plenty of movement. In the final third, though, we just haven't found a net.
Games down at Selhurst Park in recent memory have been tough to watch on occasion. Certainly the game last season was an unpleasant affair, really.
Well, that's the game Ten Hag was watching from the sidelines in the stand, wasn't it? I think. That was dreadful.
Was not much fun. What a difference, by the way, since Erik Ten Hag's come in. I heard a stat today that was absolutely incredible. Ball's out of play over on the far side, Crystal Palace throw. Erik Ten Hag, after the win against Manchester City, had won 21 games in all competitions. In the whole of last season, Manchester United won 20. in all competitions.
Unbelievable.
So Erik ten Hag off to a very bright start. This is Manchester United's 19th Premier League game of the season. Zaha up against Luke Shaw. Shaw comes off better on that one. Wins the throw ahead of Wilfried Zaha, who was confused at the decision, but it was definitely the right one. Shaw gets it on the left-hand side, and now crosses halfway, pokes it onto Fernandes. Fernandes chips it up towards Marcus Rashford, but Hughes comes across and again snuffs out the danger. Manchester United win it back again. Crystal Palace unable to keep hold of possession here, and it's causing them problems.
That's from the first whistle, Liam. Every time they get it, they seem to give it away.
Oh, that's clever towards Weghorst from Casemiro, but cleared away last minute by Chris Richards. The ball from Casemiro there is so clever. He barely grazes it with the facing the wrong way. He's facing his own goal, barely grazes it with the outside of his right boot and looks to try and play it into the channel for Weghorst. Meanwhile, we've got some handbags between Tyreek Mitchell and Anthony. And Anthony will not let that lie. It's right in the character for Anthony, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Tough little footballer. Referee is just going to have to calm things down here.
I think you got it right, Liam. You did. Handbags.
Yeah. Anthony unhappy with the way that something had gone down. Mitchell not backing off, and it just caused some handbags. Have another look at it here. Oh, it's Anthony stepped across Tyreek Mitchell. Tyreek Mitchell has seen it coming, and he's thrown Anthony over. That is 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, that's brilliant from Manchester United. Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets the cross in. Weghorst can't stoop low enough.
You just want a little bit of a higher cross early, and don't you really, with him and Weghorst in the centre circle?
Well, maybe there's something in that, because Manchester United haven't really had a tall striker to aim at.
There's a great opportunity there.
Throw in on the Manchester United left-hand side. Reminder, United going from right to left in this opening 45 minutes. Martinez on halfway, comes back to Varane. Varane square to Casemiro. Good to see. Martinez is playing sort of left back. Varane has come across to play left centre back, and Casemiro's just dropped in at right centre back to cover. And then forward it comes from Manchester United. One back by Wilfried Zaha though. And Palace looking to get on the front foot, but with Wilfried Zaha so deep inside his own half,
no, absolutely
nobody to aim at.
They've got one lad up front, the big lad up front there on his own, and every ball up to him's got to be perfect.
That's Mateta, who's actually playing 10. Edouard is the striker who was inside his own half there as the ball was played forward.
Yeah, that's right.
It's interesting from Patrick Vieira and Crystal Palace. They'll be pleased that they've got to, the best part of 25, 26 minutes without conceding.
Give it away again.
And a long break, of course, for that blood injury to Lisandro Martinez as Anthony pokes it down the right-hand side looking for Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes didn't find the run. Oh, Anthony and Bruno Fernandes having a little bit of a conversation now. Bruno Fernandes.
Not happy, Anthony.
No, he's not. And I've just lip-read what he said, and I'm not sure I'd be talking to my captain quite that way. But anyway, let's move on. Bruno Fernandes waves him away with his arm. Captain's armband strapped around that bicep. Ball forward from United is again cut out by Crystal Palace, and again they look to clear it away. Long ball into midfield. Casemiro underneath it, nods it forward. Swung out to the left-hand side by Crystal Palace. And it'll be a Manchester United throw. And just as we kind of predicted, it's a bit sticky, isn't it, this game? It's not quite flowing the way that Manchester United would want.
No, I mean, we started quite well. I mean, we are the dominant side, there's no doubt about that, without really creating a lot of chances. But Palace, to be fair, haven't come out of the traps. They've battled, but when they've got the ball, give it away.
Bruno Fernandes and Anthony share a high five. They're friends again. Standards, that's what I would say. This Manchester United side hold themselves to a very high standard, and it's expected from everybody, by everybody, and that's what's making the standards increase the way that they have over the course of this season. And with holding each other to account, occasionally comes a couple of cross words, but you're all friends at the end.
Of course, at the end of the day, that's gone on for years and years, Liam.
In all successful sides, Sammy.
You have it, no doubt about that.
Luke Shaw, left-hand side, midway inside the Crystal Palace half, looking for a ball forward. Instead comes square to Ericsson, who finds Bruno Fernandes, then gets it back immediately, gives it to the Portuguese, who sent it out to the left. And Luke Shaw has a little bit of space here. He's going to measure a left-footed ball in. Weghorst with the effort. It's on the roof of the net. And Wout Weghorst, with his first real opportunity, glances a header that lands on the roof of the Crystal Palace net.
Well, that's what I was saying about a couple of minutes ago, Liam. Get the ball in the box, put a bit of height on it. There's the big man there. That's a great effort, that, by the way.
It's hit the top of the bar as it's come down.
Yeah, makes the goalkeeper a little bit concerned, and as you say, back end at the top of the bar there. But this is another option, what we've got now with him in the side.
Guaita, I think, had it covered all the way, but just for a moment, off the glancing header from Manchester United's new recruit. Here he is again, Weghorst. Can't keep possession as Hughes steps in, wins possession. Forward it comes to Mateta, comes to Edouard. Anthony intercepts and finds the run of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Manchester United pouring forward again here. Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets the cross into Rashford. Rashford takes a touch, takes two touches, but it takes him away from goal and eventually cleared away by Crystal Palace. You could see what Rashford was trying to do, just trying to give himself a bit of space.
Trying to get space to have a right foot shot, but Palace sort of ushered him away.
Good pressure from Palace to keep Marcus Rashford away. 16 goals already this season for Marcus Rashford. So many stats about Manchester United striker. He scored in each of his last 7 appearances for United in all competitions. 8 goals in total. The last United player to score in 8 straight was Ruud van Nistelrooy back in 2003. Weghorst, edge of the penalty area here for Manchester United, holds it up brilliantly, finds Casemiro, who's going to have an effort from range. It clatters into the midriff of Will Hughes, who goes down under the connection. But he's back on his feet. Luke Shaw steps in, makes a tackle on Wilfried Zaha. An unfair one, gets nowhere near the ball. Luke Shaw upends Wilfried Zaha, free kick Crystal Palace.
Well, this is a good area for Palace, and I'm sure they're delighted with this, because United have been pressurising them for the last 5-6 minutes, whatever, and this is a little breather for Palace here.
Wilfried Zaha has almost turned into Luke Shaw there. Shaw's a little bit unfortunate.
You're right.
He was on the scene quite as quickly as he was. I'm not quite sure he was anticipating Zaha to turn back that way, away from goal, and as he does so, it almost turns directly into Luke Shaw. The free kick is given away. Delivered into the penalty area by Elise. Headed up towards goal, headed away by Casemiro. Not completely clear by Manchester United. Mateta looks to get it back into the box. Cleared away by Weghorst. Weghorst looking for Rashford. Rashford, who just gets pushed off the ball. Going to win this one though, Marcus Rashford. Finds Weghorst, but he can't find the pass forwards. Casemiro finds Martinez, and Manchester United just trying to take the sting out of Crystal Palace, get everybody settled again and move the ball once more. Out to the right it goes, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka chops back, finds Rashford. Rashford to Casemiro, lets it run across him before sending a right-footed pass to Martinez. Lovely ball forward to Bruno Fernandes with a ranged effort, but his right-footed attempt wasn't really ever going to trouble Guaita.
Great little ball in here from Martin, and he turns there. He knows what he's doing, Fernandes. He just can't get the power in the shot. Tried to go for the left post there and bend it round, but not enough power in it.
Quite squeezed that one on target. So goal kick for Crystal Palace. 33.5 minutes played. If you're just joining us, Manchester United with the best of the opportunities. One from the left-hand side and Marcus Rashford. Another one as Anthony tried to lob the goalkeeper. And then Weghorst has seen a header graze the crossbar and land on the roof of the net on debut for Manchester United. We've also had a long break in play as a elbow from Jean-Philippe Mateta caught the right eyebrow of Manchester United's Lisandro Martinez, so he's all strapped up. We are going to have a few minutes added at the end of this first half after that head injury. Meanwhile, United on the attack, through the middle with Casemiro. Sent it out to the right-hand side, brought down on the instep of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's boot, and then a right-footed cross in towards Bruno Fernandes. Heads it back across goal, can't find Weghorst, who was just a little too far advanced to latch onto the end of that one. And as it's cleared away, Rafael Varane tidies up.
Yeah, again, another decent ball in there from Wan-Bissaka. I've seen more crosses tonight from United in this opening 35 minutes than I've seen in a few games this season.
Just another option for Manchester United.
Absolutely.
I think the thing that we want to see from Wout Weghorst is what we've already seen: the hold-up play, the pressing, the ability to really create some problems in the heart of that defence for Crystal Palace. Eriksen. Martinez slides it across the halfway line to Varane. Back it comes onto the centre spot, and Martinez, black strapping around his forehead. Going to get this back from Eriksen again here, Martinez, and then out to the right-hand side, and 20 yards of space around him, Rafael Varane, and he'll absolutely gobble that up in about 3 strides, which he does. Picks out Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who full of confidence at the moment. Weghorst, now Casemiro in the penalty area, goes down under the tackle, but it's a really good tackle on the edge of the 18-yard box. It needed to be as well. And now Wilfried Zaha looking to bear down on the penalty area. Eriksen, brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant, Eriksen there. That's great defending, because Zaha fancied a race there, and Eriksen read it, stepped right in front of him and cut out the danger. That's experience, Liam.
Certainly is, because in a straight foot race, there was only ever going to be one winner there.
Yeah.
But Eriksen, as they're both sprinting back towards the Manchester United penalty area, just drifts his run across Wilfried Zaha, which blocks him from getting the ball, wins the foot race. Manchester United have possession back, and they're on the attack again with Lisandro Martinez. Sent it out to the left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes takes a touch, gets it out from underneath his feet, then looks to find Casemiro. Misplaced pass from the Portuguese. Casemiro, though, wins it back after Weghorst puts the pressure on. Shot comes in from Anthony. It is a weak one with Marcus Rashford waiting for it, and through it goes to the goalkeeper. Manchester United will have to wait for another opportunity.
That was a great challenge there from the Palace. Casemiro was through there.
Mark Guehi, that is, that's made that tackle sensational. It's a good tackle from Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the centre circle as well. Doesn't win possession back for Manchester United, but former Palace fullback, showing why Manchester United paid the money for him they did. Fernandes finds Shaw, left-hand side, and Shaw's got room to manoeuvre here. Shaw pokes it forward to Rashford, gives it back to Luke Shaw, goes down under the challenge.
That'll be a free kick.
Free kick all day long. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how Tyreek Mitchell's looking quite as perplexed as he is there, because it's quite simply a free kick. Luke Shaw goes past him, gets the 1-2 from Rashford, and then
of course,
a step in from behind, hooked the leg round, fells Luke Shaw. It's a free kick all day.
Doesn't even touch the ball, the Palace defender there, and it's definitely a free kick, and a good area here for United.
How is he looking so puzzled there?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you have the audacity to go,
no,
why are you giving a free kick?
Exactly.
It's because you've chopped Luke Shaw down while he's sprinting towards goal.
This is an opportunity here. Rashford, Eriksen. Ball looks like Rashford.
Going to be left for Marcus Rashford. He scored an absolute peach, didn't he, in the World Cup just a month ago. Opportunity, a bit more than a month, 2 months ago.
Well, as you say, you know,
this in his locker.
100%, he's got this in his locker. If he missed this wall, we have a chance here.
Marcus Rashford then, left-hand side of centre, 25 yards from goal, and he is going to have a go here, Marcus Rashford. Big wall lined up. Rashford steps up, hits it. It's just going to go wide. Got a good connection, got it up and over the wall, but couldn't quite get the direction right as he looked to sneak it into the left-hand post.
The main task was getting it over the wall, which he did, and he just too far wide.
Height good, dip good, direction slightly
You're a little bit disappointed there with Rashford with the form he's in. You expect him to maybe make the keeper make a save there, or the ball in the net.
Marcus Rashford, absolutely flying. If he scores at Old Trafford, he beats a very old record belonging to a certain Dennis Viollet. Scoring in consecutive games at Old Trafford We shall wait for that to happen before we start waxing lyrical about it. Casemiro looks to get the ball away, looks to zing a pass 40 yards, doesn't quite get there. Bruno Fernandes looks to head that into the path of Marcus Rashford. Instead, it's brought away by Crystal Palace. Zaha, Elise, and now forward come Crystal Palace, and an opportunity here potentially for Edouard. What an effort, what a save. David De Gea, with the very tip of his longest finger, pokes it onto the top of the bar, and it goes away for a corner. But that is world class from David De Gea.
That looked top corner, Liam. That looked top corner, and I'm thinking, oh no. But what a fingertip save that was from De Gea. Hasn't been troubled at all night. Concentration levels absolutely 100%, and what a great save to keep us in the game. Unbelievable.
Wow. Here comes the corner, headed away by Varane. Goes out to sort of 25 yards and then whipped back into the penalty area, headed away by Luke Shaw, and Manchester United can push out. When I tell you, he's maybe got sort of that very tip of his second finger onto that, and nothing more of his right hand, and it's been strong enough to poke that over the bar.
Unbelievable. Look, top corner of the net. Absolutely fantastic save.
Seeing it again here. Edouard with the right-footed strike. Goodness me, what a save. What a save that is. Dave saves, ladies and gentlemen, again. Down the right-hand side, Palace in a good spell in the game at the moment. Loft the ball up into the penalty area. It comes down for Zaha, who tries to bring it under control, but he's stolen away by Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes. And now Anthony racing away down the right-hand side. He's got Richards for company. He's going to try and go round him, the Brazilian. He's going to get there. He's not. Richards with a absolutely crucial tackle, sliding in, times it well, the American, and it's out of play for a Manchester United corner.
Good positive play, though, from Anthony. Breaks away from the Palace right hand side, and I tell you what, I thought he had the making off the fullback there, but the fullback stayed with him, and corner kick Man United. But a great, again, pace for Anthony to run us out of trouble there.
Yeah, excellent from Crystal Palace, but blisteringly quick from Manchester United. Gonna have to be aware of that situation. Here comes the corner from the Manchester United right wing, headed up in the air, should be dealt with by the goalkeeper. Weghorst makes a nuisance of himself. It's still not clear. Weghorst is going to try and get on the end of this. Goes down under the tackle after winning the header, and it's cleared away by Crystal Palace. And this is Wilfried Zaha. Wilfried Zaha gets absolutely clattered by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and there's nothing that he can do but get back up and get on with it, because it was clean as a whistle from the Manchester United right back. Palace still in possession here, and Manchester United are on the back foot ever so slightly. Shot's going to come in from distance, headed away by Aaron Wan-Bissaka and again by Casemiro. Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes is going to get there. Weghorst just takes a touch and takes the sting out of it, and then forward it comes from Casemiro towards Rashford, who's just got trapped underneath the ball, and Crystal Palace can clear it away. Luke Shaw picks it up in the Manchester United left-back position. United just having to ride a wave of Crystal Palace pressure at the moment, though.
Yeah, last few minutes there, Palace have had a decent attempt at trying to score a great ball. Rashford.
Brilliant to Eriksen. Eriksen pulls it back to Bruno Fernandes. Brilliant. Manchester United incisive in the final third. And it's Bruno Fernandes that strokes it home. Hot off the back of a goal in the derby, Bruno Fernandes snatches his 5th of the season, and Manchester United lead by a goal to nil.
Fantastic break there. Rashford, lovely ball to Eriksen. Eriksen in those positions doesn't panic, gets his head up, just rolls it back for Bruno Fernandes, who takes a touch, makes a little bit of space for himself and curls it round the goalkeeper. Absolutely great strike.
The ball from Marcus Rashford